What do you guys think of this hat? I picked it up in a charity shop for about £1. Pretty much everything I pick up in charity shops is for about £1 because I'm cheap and I don't like spending a lot of money on secondhand goods. Hi guys, my name is Annabelle from Horizon Cosplay, and today we're going to be dyeing this hat and painting my historic Halloween costume. Enjoy! Okay, so project number 1 is to dye the hat. Now, I don't have a bucket or anything big enough to put dye in, so I have very nicely asked my mother-in-law if I can borrow the sink in her garage, which if it gets stained, it doesn't matter too much, to leave this in for for a little while, and we will see how we go with that. It is a dark blue, and I have some black Dylon dye. Now, the instructions for this dye are for using the entire packet, which I'd rather not do. I just feel it's a bit of a waste. So I'm just going to try and use like maybe a quarter of it and just put enough water in that I cover the hat. If it doesn't come out a complete black colour, I'm not too fussed, but I just want it darker than what it currently is. It does have some flowers on the back, and I did consider removing them, but considering they're to the back, no one's going to see them, and I do think I might want to use this hat for a different project in the future, which would just be easier if I left the flowers on, really. So let's do this first. Off we go. After washing the sink, I had a read through the instructions before mixing half the dye into some warm water with a pinch or two of salt in the sink. Once the hat was submerged, I left it to soak for a while I went off to get on with the dress. Oh, this camera angle again. Okay, so the plan is that I have these paint sticks, which I picked up, and some paint glow-in-the-dark pens. So I'm going to start off just doing some experiments on this scrap piece of fabric with the paint sticks. The glow-in-the-dark pens I'm 90% sure are going to work just fine because I've already tested them out relatively thoroughly. So we're going to put those to one side because I haven't got too many of them. And I just want to try a few different methods of inputting the paint on the fabric. I know how to use these on paper, but paper's a lot smoother than cotton, so let's see how we go. I tried painting onto the fabric with the paints, then adding water to blend, but that was a fail. Next was picking the paint up from the stick and using the brush to put it onto the fabric, also fail. And last I painted onto the fabric and smudged it with my fingers, and ding ding ding, we had a winner. To make sure I liked the order of the colours, I laid out the markers around the skirt before starting drawing the circles. Once all the circles were done, it was time to add the glow-in-the-dark paint in spirals on top. Okay, so this is the finished skirt, so all I need to do now is wait for the paint to dry. I'm just going to go and remove the hat from the tie-dye, and hopefully it's black, and once all this paint's dry, either this evening or tomorrow, we will paint the top. Okay guys, so here is the thing. Sometimes life just gets in the way of things, and it did today, so we're going to have a quick update on how the hat has gone, and then we're going to look at doing the rest of the paint job on the dress. So, the hat did not turn black, and, well, the flowers at the back turned black, but the rest of it is still dark blue. Its shape is no longer 100% great, and it's kind of shrunk considerably, which means it no longer really fits on my head, though I think a few hairpins will keep it in place, and if I sit it at an angle, which is what I think it is supposed to be sat at, it's not too bad. However, this is the other thing, it literally has a label on that says do not wear it in the rain. I feel like I should have read this before I tried to do a dye job on it. But you know what, sometimes that's life, it's just one of those things. I'm almost tempted to re-wet it and see if I can just wear it while it dries to shape it to my head. That might be a good plan. But yeah, I do feel like it was better before my botched dye job, but okay, we're just gonna leave it like that and hope that it works. The one thing I do need to do though is, and I knew I had to do this beforehand, just around the rim where the round bits are stitched, I just need to go over with some hand stitching thread, attach it round like that, just to keep the wire boning thing covered so that it's all nice. So I am going to sit down, watch Enola Holmes, and do that for now. Okay, so the hat is sewn, we're going to paint the top, and then tomorrow, so I don't wake everyone in the house up tonight, we'll get the sewing machine out and do the bow tie, and that will be this costume finished. So this is the top with all the colours on. The only thing I have to do is add the glow-in-the-dark paint. The glow-in-the-dark paint does work really well, but it doesn't really show up on camera, which is a real shame, but I'll see what I can do about some long exposure shots once the costume is fully finished to show off how awesome it looks when it glows. I'm probably going to leave the paint to dry tonight because I have some stuff I need to do and then go to bed, and I'll add the glow-in-the-dark tomorrow when the paint's a bit dry. And hopefully this will also mean the glow-in-the-dark paint dries quicker as well, or at least that's my theory, but we'll see how that goes. So, see you tomorrow, guys.
Doing the glow-in-the-dark paint the next day was really fun, though by this point I was starting to run out of paint. Luckily I just had enough to finish up the bodice, swirls and all.
And so the dress is done. Now, I was about to put some makeup on and put the dress on and get ready for the final photo shoot, except then I remembered I don't think I've made a bow tie yet. So we're going to quickly whiz one up, and hopefully this afternoon I will ask Ben to help me do a little photo shoot just in our garden with it. I have experimented with how I can get you guys to see the glow-in-the-dark things, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to put some pictures up. If not, I'm afraid it's something that you'll just have to hope that I come trick-or-treating at your house in person in this dress to be able to see, because my camera just simply isn't sensitive enough. It's one of those things though, and to be honest, I'm really pleased with how it's come out so far. It looks awesome. The only thing I kind of regret is that I put swirls on the bodice. I really wish I just put like paint splattered dots and left the swirls as a skirt only thing, but lesson learned if I ever do want to make this again, and in all fairness I think if I did make this again it would probably go a lot quicker and a lot easier. Then I know what to do for next time. So let's go make that bow tie.
I got out the second pair of charity shop trousers that I had brought, cut one leg to the right length, cut some iron-on interfacing to the right size and put it inside the leg. I then spent nearly an hour trying to get my iron to work before deciding it was a pointless endeavour and just stitching the damn interfacing in. I arranged the fabric into the shape of a bow and hand stitched it all down.
How do I look? Like a Christmas present? Honestly, I just feel so happy with this bow. It's not even very good, like it's actually rubbish. The iron-on interfacing would not iron and it's made of an old pair of trousers, but I just feel so cool wearing it. It's like a weird Mickey Mouse. As you might have noticed, it's rather dark outside. I do not think we are going to be taking photos tonight because it is rather late and I have just made some plans for tomorrow and I don't want to stay up really late. So we're going to go to bed, and then Ben has promised to take a bunch of very nice pictures of me in my historic Halloween costume tomorrow, and we will call it a day and done. If you guys like these kind of videos, please remember to give me a like and a comment, by the way, because these videos take so much more effort and, for lack of a better word, a shit ton more time to do than the videos where I just sit down and talk. I actually am going to make one more cosplay this year, so hint for Christmas at Halloween is I'm going to be doing a Christmas cosplay. I'm going to not tell you what it is quite yet just because I haven't quite got all the supplies, and if I don't find them I might have to change my plans. If you do like these videos, crafty type cosplay making videos, drop me a like and a comment, and now onto the grand reveal. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed the costume making journey. We're going to call it a journey. Quest, adventure, whatever you want to call it. We've had a lot of fun here. It's really funny, I can't actually sit down properly on my chair because of this skirt. And I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to store it because it's a bit of an awkward thing to store. But if you enjoyed it, remember to drop us a like. If you have any advice for me for next time or requests for other historic Halloween costumes for next year, please leave me a comment and don't forget to subscribe.
Editing Annabelle here. It seems my camera glitched out with the rest of the footage, so from past me I will say goodbye and I will see you next Wednesday. Have a great week!